Let's talk about a white Christmas. How about a white Thanksgiving? Yeah, that's on tap in Denver. Today we woke up to that fresh snow in the metro area. The storm, though, for the most part, is over now. Thanks for joining us at 4 o'clock. I'm Tom Green.
And I'm Sam Shocker. Kim is getting a jump start on the holiday. And right now, a live look outside. Let's see. Ooh, the snow is moving out of the state. Now we're going to be dealing with frigid temperatures overnight. Our weather impact team is tracking lows in the teens.
Snow and ice, well, it's been a problem today as far as traffic, and that includes slick conditions like right here. This is a live look at I-225, and you can see nobody's on the northbound lanes nearest the camera here. That's because hazmat crews are now cleaning up a diesel spill. There was a crash involving a semi-truck and an SUV. Aurora PD says no one was hurt, but all traffic is getting off at Iliff. They wait to clean up the highway, so that's going to be a traffic mess for those of you commuting through 225. And there were some delays out at the airport today. As of 10 minutes ago, 602 delays out at DIA, but only 2 cancellations. Lauren, it seems like the airport got off pretty easy today on what I'm sure was a pretty busy travel day.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. As we go into the overnight hours and early Thanksgiving morning, we're going to watch for those temperatures in the teens. So anyone traveling by car, you certainly want to watch for those slick spots out on the roads, especially less frequently traveled areas like your sidewalks, your driveways, those side roads, things like that. Now, if you're going to be up in the mountains, we want to watch for avalanche danger through the rest of the day today and some areas into our Thanksgiving. All of the high country is under an avalanche warning. That's going to be through Wednesday for some of the areas, but we will overall watch for these avalanche dangers all the way through Thanksgiving. Now, as we take a look at our live radar, you can see this line of showers and storms from Colorado pushing all the way through areas like Cincinnati and into the East Coast. But as we zoom into Colorado here, we will see this snow start to dry out as we go through the rest of the afternoon and into this evening. So coming up in my full 7-day forecast, we're going to talk a bit more about the cold weather and slick conditions this evening. We're going to talk about the high country avalanche warnings, and we're going to talk about our chilly turkey day ahead. I'll have all of those details for you coming up.
Lauren, thank you. All right, let's get you some news. A Golden police officer is expected to be okay after crashing this morning while responding to a separate crash along Highway 58.
That officer ran into a Jersey barrier in icy conditions. Thankfully, they weren't hurt, but the department says that officer was trying to get to this crash scene. That's the one involving an overturned semi. It happened just before 9:15 this morning. Happened in nearly the same spot where Golden police officer Evan Dunn was killed just a few weeks ago. Right now, it's unclear as to what exactly caused the driver of that semi to lose control, but there was, of course, snow falling at the time of the crash. The State Patrol says it is yet another reminder to slow down, especially on those roads with hills and turns.
You can see outside, it's snowy everywhere. So we've been dealing with those slick conditions. I mean, snow is falling and it may look like it's dry, but in places it might not be dry. It might be actually icy.
Golden police said the semi driver made it out okay, just some bumps and bruises, and the crash did cause a road closure. Highway 58, though, has since reopened. Traffic has been backed up for most of the day near Monument on I-25. The State Patrol says a driver in a truck failed to move over for another accident and killed a driver. That first crash happened just after 10:30 this morning. It was in the northbound lanes. CSP tells us the drivers in the first crash moved to the left shoulder and got out of the car to exchange information. But a driver in a pickup truck speeding in the area hit both of the cars and one of the drivers. The person landed in the southbound lanes and then was run over by oncoming traffic and died at the scene. That driver did stay there, but the driver in the initial crash did leave before police arrived. At one of many crashes in the I-25 Gap area today. Look at that video of another crash. Our partners at KRDO caught the moment a truck on I-25 spun out and then a semi coming up behind tried to swerve out of the way and then lost control as well, slamming into the median. The State Patrol says no one was hurt in that crash. The snow wasn't a huge problem in Denver today, but the cold certainly will be.
Yeah, the city activated its severe weather shelters this afternoon, and tomorrow's low will be around 17 degrees. That is freezing, and that's the kind of weather that could be dangerous for people experiencing homelessness. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry joins us live now. Jaleesa, what is it like out there?
Yeah, Sam, it's about 35 degrees right now, but we know it's only going to get colder. And like you just mentioned, those low temperatures can be risky for the unhoused. So one nonprofit today wanted to make sure people knew that. No one ever said having a routine was a bad thing.
Okay, that'll work.
Mike Johnson and his team revel in the repetition.
So yeah, let's just do like always, man. Let's look for people.
On a cold Denver day,
What's up, man? You need a hot cup of coffee?
the streets need a little warmth.
Denver Dream Center, Hope Dealers, we got hot coffee.
Like clockwork, Johnson and his team bring it
Hey, what's up, buddy?
in more ways than one.
So man, you want some hot coffee? Get warmed up?
With a little love and a lot of supplies, the system starts. Every day, the Denver Dream Center street team checks in on anyone that needs it.
Yeah, God bless you, okay?
But today's regimen has something else on repeat.
Hey, you got somewhere to stay tonight? No. Hey, 1 o'clock today, the cold weather shelters open up, okay? So for St. Francis, Rescue Mission, all that, okay? And they got the cold weather shelters open tonight through Monday night. Let me get that for you. It's supposed to get really cold, like 18 degrees tonight, okay?
I know.
Make sure you're. I know.
With temperature expected to drop in the teens overnight, Denver's cold weather shelter will be open through Monday.
They call me Big O.
Johnson wants to make sure people like Big Unk know that.
That this is unbelievable.
Well, you know, every one of us have been out here on the streets ourselves, so.
I can tell because you know how to treat people.
Like the rest of the street team, Johnson has a habit of helping
Make sure you get some antibiotics, okay?
because of another addiction.
From 2016 to 2019, my wife and I was out here on these same streets, living in the tent, going through these same struggles. So, yeah, it gives all of us guys the passion to come out and make sure that, you know, that everybody's heard, they're seen, and they know that somebody loves them, somebody sees them, somebody cares, you know?
With each cup of coffee
Hey, God bless you, man. Stay warm, okay? It's supposed to get down to like 18 degrees tonight.
and every call for caution, Johnson and his team show love that can't be replicated.
All right, big dog. Love you, man. Yep.
The Denver Severe Weather Shelter is expected to be open until 11 a.m. on Monday. The rec centers will also be open during the day as warming centers. Reporting live in Denver, Jaleesa Rosari, 9 News.
Jaleesa, thank you. All right, a third and final suspect has been arrested for his alleged connection to the shooting and robbery of a man in Adams County who was trying to sell jewelry. Deputies say on Monday, the victim met up with 2 men and a woman at an apartment complex to finish an online jewelry sale, but investigators say the trio took the items, shot him, then ran off. The sheriff's office caught the first 2 that day and announced today that they arrested the third and final suspect. Authorities say the victim is expected to survive his injuries. And some families may not get that Thanksgiving feast this year. The 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive is helping fill pantries and make sure that anyone that out there can have access to food.
Yeah, 9 News Northern Colorado reporter Amanda Gilbert shows us why it's also important to be thinking about our seniors who might be alone for the holidays.
Things are winding down at work for the holidays for some folks. The opposite could be said at the Weld Food Bank.
Here we go.
So volunteers like Dan Wilson offer much needed help. He's been around since 2015.
About 9 years now I've been doing this program.
Dan delivers food to seniors who can't leave their homes.
A lot of them don't have a choice on whether to buy groceries or pay for their medications that they take. So the food helps because their medications have gone up as well as groceries have gotten so high. Grab this one and...
Weld Food Bank CEO Bob O'Connor says the Everyday Eats program's for people over 60.
And that targets seniors over 60. It's a USDA program, and they need to be 130% of poverty, which is really low. So that's $632 an individual a month gross before their expenses.
With inflation, rent, utilities, Everyday Eats is averaging around 2,000 home deliveries a month.
But yeah, my biggest concern are all the seniors that we don't get to.
Dan says everyone he brings food to in Greeley and Windsor, they're beyond appreciative.
Well, for years and years, my wife and I always believe that nobody deserves to go hungry. And when you see people hungry, you just try to get involved and do what you can do.
And Weld County.
That's why we do it.
Amanda Gilbert, 9 News.
Thanks, Amanda. The senior feeding program delivered at least 23,000 meals to people last year alone, and this is one of the programs that the 9 Cares Colorado Shares Drive helps. A reminder, you can donate right now, right from the comfort of your own home. Just scan that QR code on your screen and you can donate, or you can donate when you check out at King Soopers. The drive will continue through December 10th.